Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to lesson number 4 of your book 2. The title of the essay or this chapter is End of Term. It is written by David Dages, and this chapter or this essay is about holidays or vacation. As you can see the title, that is End of Term. Term means any academic year, any academic session, and end of that session obviously leads to holidays or vacation, whatever. So in this essay the writer is telling and he is discussing his what was his attitude or behavior, or what was his we can say how he welcomed or whatever what was his reaction to the holidays or vacation. Let's begin with the text. I believe a school teacher wrote a book some years ago with title Friday Thank God. He says that I think that some school teacher might have written the books which was entitled Friday Thank God some years back. That phrase expresses perfectly my attitude to the arrival of the weekend during terms time when I was a schoolboy. And he says when I was a schoolboy, when the writer was a schoolboy, the same phrase, that is Friday Thank God, that expresses his own attitude, his own behavior towards the arrival of the weekend. Weekend means holiday, weekly holidays. The daily grind of school. He says that the daily hard work of school, the daily toil of the school with its abundant homework, because school had got an abundant means excessive homework, its fierce competition, and obviously in school days he had to bear competitions. He had to face competition with his classmates, with his peers, with his fellows. The sense of never being able to relax, and the school life had a sense that they could never relax because of the excessive work pressed heavily upon me in spite of the fact, and all these things had a very imposing effect on his mind. They pressed heavily upon his mind in spite of the fact that I often enjoyed the actual classroom work. And he says though he enjoyed classroom work, being at last in school, he enjoyed his classwork, but he says that the excessive homework and he couldn't relax at home during the off school hours, and a sense of competition with the classmates to get more and more marks, to get better marks, to get good marks. All these things had an imposing type of effect on his mind. Waking up in the morning with the knowledge that one simply had to get out of bed, that there was no possibility of turning over for an extra dose, and seeing the hours of school stretching ahead was a dismal experience, especially on Monday. And he says that what was a dismal experience? It was a sad experience. It was a sad thought, a sad experience. It was to wake up, to get up early in the morning, and keeping in view that one simply had to get out of bed, that he had to get out of bed means he didn't like getting out of bed in the morning for school, that there was no possibility of turning over for an extra dose. And he knew that as it was the time for school was up, it was near, so there wasn't any possibility of making some more sleep, having some more sleep, and seeing the hours of school stretching ahead, and he waking up in the morning, he also had in his mind that there are long hours of school which he has to experience, which he has to go through. So all these things had a bad experience, had a saddening experience for him, and especially on Monday morning when the weekend was too far away. We had a maid once. He says that once they had a maid who would climb each morning with grim steps, who would climb upstairs where their room was, and she climbed with grim steps, means hard steps, up to the attic floor where Lionel and I slept. In the story, in the in the part of the house where Lionel, his brother, and David Dages himself slept in one bedroom, and his sister and their sister Sylvia in another bedroom, and announce in deep, and that maid would announce in deep funeral tone. Funeral means some saddening type of tone and deep tone, heavy tone. She would call Lionel, David, Sylvia, time. So she would say that it's time to get up and to go to school and get ready for school. I used to lie waiting for that ominous tread on the uncarpeted attic stairs. The writer says that he when the time was time to wake up was near, it was about, what happened that he would lie waiting for that steps of that maid. Ominous means heavy and serious and dull and boring and unpleasant steps of that maid on the uncarpeted attic stairs, when she used to take steps upwards upstairs. He used to lie and wait for her steps, and the voice it heralded sounded in my ears like a summons to damnation. And he says that the voice of the maid seemed to him as if it was summons, a call to damnation, call to death or destruction. The anticipation was always worse than the reality. And he says that waiting for those steps, that thinking and realizing and knowing that the time is up, and she would just be coming, and she would just be calling for getting up. So this anticipation means occurring before this waiting before her actually coming over there was even worse. This feeling was worse. The feeling of waiting for that call was even worse than the reality means the actual call. So because this was an unpleasant call for him, unpleasant call for getting up for school by the maid, it was unpleasant. So thinking about it beforehand, before it occurred, it was even worse. I don't remember even being especially unhappy in class. Excuse me. He says that he doesn't remember, he cannot recall if he was ever unhappy in his class. No, he was always happy in class, but the oppressive weight of the knowledge of a full day school ahead remained a characteristic sensation of my childhood, and disappeared only after I had left school and entered the university. He says, though I was a good student, I was an active student in class, in school, I didn't ever dislike classwork, but the oppressive weight means the heavy weight, we can say the heavy weight of the knowledge of a full day's school, being aware that there is a full day ahead of school, and it always had a bad effect, a characteristic sensation of my childhood. And it was he says that it is one of the very prominent things he can attach to his childhood, that in his childhood, in his childhood memories, a very obvious memory he can think about is the same, that is the knowledge or the feeling of a full day's school ahead, a long hours of school work, heavy school hours. So that is a characteristic sensation of his childhood. And he says that this feeling disappeared only after he had left school, only after he had completed his school years, and when he had entered university, where the smaller number of classes to be attended and the freedom of the school student to come and go meant a completely new kind of academic world. He says that in university, comparing university to school, he says in university there were smaller number of classes, and there was freedom for student to come and go, and so it was an entirely a new kind of academic world, a new kind of educational experience. So he was always threatened by the school hours, the long school hours and long school work. To wake up on a Thursday morning to feel the end of the week already lying ahead. He says to wake up early in the morning of Thursday and to feel the end of the week, that end of the week is just approaching, already lying ahead. Friday morning was positively rose colored, and he says Friday morning was actually a very positively rose colored, means it was a sign of good. It was a sign of some positivity. It was a sign of some relief. The last period, as each of our lessons was called on a Friday, he says that the last period on Friday, whatever subject it held in the last period, had its special happy flavor of the end of the week. And the last period, he was having a feeling of happiness which flavored the end of the week. That is because he knew that end of the week is coming, approaching, weekend is approaching. So the last period of Friday was rose colored. It was very happily experienced. It was happily led. And one walked home from school on a Friday afternoon with the tread of an escaped prisoner. He says that on Friday afternoon, however much homework had been assigned for the Monday, it didn't matter to him that whatever kind of homework and how long and how rich homework they were assigned, it didn't matter to him, because the Friday afternoon with the tread of an escaped prisoner. On Friday afternoon, they left school. He left school with a tread, with steps of an escape, as if some prisoner is escaping from jail. So this is how he felt on Friday afternoon, as if some prisoner is escaping from the jail, because Friday night with 2 solid days before class again was the best night of the week. He says Friday night was actually the best night of the week, because 2 solid days were still there for before school again. Before they had to go to school, they had 2 solid days, 2 complete days were still there to spend. Therefore it was the best night of the week. Saturday night, and what about Saturday night? Saturday night with still a whole day between it and Monday was pleasant in a quite different way. And Saturday night was also a pleasant night, but in somewhat a different way than the Friday night, because it still had a whole day, one day between Monday and Monday and it. Sunday night was full of threat of Monday morning. And what about Sunday? Sunday night was actually the worst night of the week, and because it held the fear of the threat of Monday morning. Sometimes there were unexpected respites. Other than the weekend, that is 2 weekly holidays, that is Saturday and Sunday, there were sometimes some unexpected times or periods for rest. A half holiday to let us attend a football match. Sometimes they would have half holiday to attend a football match, with some unforeseen circumstances had caused to be cancelled the preceding Saturday, because a kind of to attend a football match which was actually planned on the preceding Saturday, but which was cancelled due to some unforeseen circumstances, and this match was now going to be held. So for that match, to watch that match, they would get sometimes a half holiday. And the sudden dismissal of a school an hour or 2 before the usual time because of some unexpected crisis or celebration, and sometimes they would have 1 or 2 hours pre-dismissal because of some celebration or some crisis. But these were few and far between. But these 2 types of respites were few and far. They occasionally occurred, they rarely occurred. Once a term we had the annual midterm holiday. In one term they had usually had annual midterm holiday, a Monday off. They were given a Monday off, which made a luxuriously long weekend, but it seemed to go just as fast as ordinary weekends. So sometimes they would get a Monday off as an annual midterm holiday, and it would make their weekends longer than usual, obviously with having Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. But he also says that though he points out that this though it was a longer weekend, but it also was spent as fast as any ordinary weekend. And I think this happens with everyone, right? Even with you people, you might feel that whenever you have some holidays, it starts like this. And occasionally